Look, right there. She said it. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Anytime I go live, I make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Hit that join button so you can join the Tatum Squad. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I don't know how much more needs to be said or needs to be articulated for you to understand that this whole thing is a plan. This whole thing is an attempt to brainwash you. This whole thing has been a test run to communism in America. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? There is no rhyme or reason why they are doing the things that they are doing according to the pandemic, right? There's no rhyme or reason to this. None. There's no rhyme or reason. They are not consistent with masks. They lie about masks. What's his name? Taking mask off when he don't think nobody's watching. Joe Biden, who's half dead, he don't wear his mask half of the time. These people don't wear their mask when they're at home or when they're in public and when they're not in the public sphere, meaning that they're not seen by you. They're not wearing masks. They're not even abiding by this stuff. Tell me how you go in a restaurant, you stand up with the mask, you sit down, you take the mask off, as if you can't catch it when you're sitting down, but you can catch it while you're standing up next to the chair you're sitting in. This has been brainwashing. This has been a government takeover of your rights and freedoms. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because they say it every time on the television. They tell you people are still being sheep when they telling you. I'm going to pull it up. Don't believe me. They telling you the reason why they did this. And I told y'all, and I know most of y'all listen to me. I'm talking about somebody on another live stream that just joined because they're a hater. I told y'all that they are attempting to take over and they're going to force you. But they're not going to force you the way you think they are. They're not going to come to your house with guns and stuff. They're going to cut off your access to buying stuff on your debit card. They're going to cut your access off to flying. You're not going to be able to show up at work. They're going to cut off your access to public life if you don't have the vaccine. Now, she just said it on CNN, and nobody's talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it. Shout out to my boy Bryson Gray. Y'all ain't following Bryson on the Instagrams, and you smoking crack in the back with these people that's whack. Anyway, let me play this video because she spilled the whole beans. Roll the film.
We're not going to reach herd immunity because of vaccine hesitancy. And I know that's hard for a lot of people to believe who desperately want the vaccine right now.
It's funny that she said this. I want y'all to picture, she's saying this. She's saying this. Don't you think that's a spit? No, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
And they're thinking, oh, well, it's just a small percentage of people who are actually anti-vaxxers. And that's true. There is the anti-science, anti-vaxxer contingent. But I think that there are many more people, millions of people who, for whatever reason, have concerns about the vaccine, who just don't know what's in it for them.
Get to the point, lady.
And we need to make it clear to them that the vaccine is the ticket back to pre-pandemic life. And the window to do that is really narrowing. I mean, you were mentioning, Chris, about how all these states are reopening. They're reopening at 100%. And we have a very narrow window to tie reopening policy to vaccination status. Because otherwise, if everything is reopened, then what's the carrot going to be? How are we going to incentivize people to actually get the vaccine? So that's why I think the CDC and the Biden administration needs to come out a lot bolder and say, if you're vaccinated, you can do all these things. Here are all these freedoms that you have. Because we're not going to.
Ooh. Did she just give away the whole cake? She gave away the cake. You are not supposed to be using a vaccine and carrying people into taking it. They don't want to take it. They shouldn't have to take it. You don't have to tie in and manipulate the minds of people to get them to take a vaccine that's not proven, that people are concerned about. You dummies can go ahead and take it, and when you die, I'm gonna know that I shouldn't have taken it. I'm gonna know, y'all dead. I know I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna let y'all be the test dummies. You can be the test dummy. You can be the test dummy. When you go take a vaccine, ask them how effective is the vaccine? What percentage? Or is the vaccine going to prevent you from getting COVID? No. Because viruses mutate. So when the mother mutate, is that vaccine that you just took going to protect you through mutation? And at what percent? Oh, okay. But they don't want to talk to you about herd immunity. They don't want to talk to you about the antibodies that you get once you get COVID. They don't want to talk about that. They want to dangle a carrot in your face and say, do you want access to your freedom again? Then you take what we tell you to take, or you're not going to be free. And the thing is, she said on the video that states are opening up and people are saying, I don't care no more. So they are concerned that when the states start opening up, people are going to realize they don't need it, and different states are going to flourish because they don't need it. And these people who are trying to control you through a vaccine in fear, they're not going to have the control anymore. They're not going to be able to control your mind, your emotions. They're not going to be able to control you. Now, I'm not here to tell you whether or not you should or should not take the vaccine. I'm not. I don't trust it. Just like I don't trust the government. I don't trust the CDC. I don't trust the WHO. I don't trust Dr. Fauci. I don't trust Joe Biden. Joe Biden is half dead. That should tell you anybody who supports Joe Biden in the administration that's acting like he's legitimate, you can't trust him. He's dead. His mind is half dead. And then you go on and you say, what did Dr. Fauci say at the very beginning? He mocked people. He laughed at them and said, you should not be wearing a mask. Now he got you wearing 3 or 4 masks on the top of your head. Why is that? How is it that Florida is not just burning down and people are dying in the middle of the street? Why? Because it's not, they're exaggerating. If you look at the CDC numbers, there was like 10,000 people that died specifically from the COVID-19 virus. Other people died from other things. They just died with COVID. That's what they're not telling people, is that they have statistical data that they're meshing together. There are people that died from COVID and there's people that died with COVID. Those are 2 different things. And there's 10,000 people the last time I checked, and this was months ago, so the numbers could have gone up. Just say 20,000 people that died from COVID specifically. The rest of the numbers that they're giving you are people that died with COVID, meaning that they're not determining whether COVID took their life because they had cancer, they had other comorbidities, they had pneumonia, they had all of these things, car accidents. I mean, you go down the list, they actually had it in their system at the time of death, so they call it a COVID death. That's exactly what they're doing. Now, is that right, wrong, or indifferent? Are they being deceptive? You're supposed to be smart enough to know that. All you got to do is go on the CDC website and look it up. I had somebody tell me at the hospital that flu numbers are down 100% or something crazy. Yeah, because everybody's walking around with masks on. What? What? You dumb enough to believe that? So you tell me nobody get the flu no more because we wearing masks? Huh? Nobody get the flu. So you're telling me the mask will stop people from getting the flu, but it can't stop you from getting COVID-19, which is a similar form of influenza. I mean, not an influenza, but it's a COVID virus. And you're telling me that somehow seeps through the mask in the common flu that has killed more people, not this year, but when you look at the total numbers, they killed more people and they killed way more young people. I think in 2018 there was like 80,000 people that died from the flu virus, and we had a vaccine, and 80,000 people died, and over 1 million people were almost 1 million were hospitalized in 2018. But you're telling me just wearing a mask will eliminate that altogether? 100%. It's a cure. If that was the case, then they'll be telling you that's the cure for the flu. They're not. And then you're wearing it, but COVID-19 it's not stopping COVID-19. Because there's people that get COVID-19 and they had a mask on. You got to wear a mask everywhere you go. How did I get it if I had to wear a mask everywhere I went? How? How did I get it? How did these people get it? How is 600,000 people dying when you got to wear a mask everywhere you go? Okay. I just answered your question. And in no way, form, or fashion am I saying this is a fake thing. It's not. They're exaggerating stuff. It is a real virus. People are actually dying from it. People are dying with it. People are being hospitalized. Those are all real. But the exaggeration of fatality and response is what's bullcrap. Your 99.6% recovery rate. They don't tell you that. That's better recovery rate than many diseases that are currently killing more people than COVID. But they don't tell you that. They don't want to talk to you about that. They're not going to tell you that. Because they want you to live in fear so they can control you. And y'all already know how I feel about 2020 and all that other stuff. But I had to get this off my chest because I think it's incredibly invaluable. That young lady told the truth. They're trying to brainwash you and make you take a vaccine, and they're trying to incentivize you. The beauty of it is that the president of the United States cannot control the states when it comes to these things. So the president can say, shut down, please. And the states can say, screw you, we're not shutting anything down because you're going to destroy our economy. Go ahead and destroy the California and all these other leftist places, but you ain't destroying the conservative places because at the end of the day, it will be proven. It will be proven that the methodology from I'm sweating up here talking so hard. The methodology from somebody like DeSantis and different people like that, it works. Anyway, I love you guys. I could talk about this all night long. But I got other videos I want you to watch. So stay tuned. I got other videos that I'm putting out after this one. I love you guys. Make sure you go to the Tatum store and get your merch. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.